restriction is in fact freedom. We aren't really taught this in our hedonistic society, especially in the West, where, partying, slacking off, eating bad foods, all of these things that are bad for you, they are instilled in our society as things that are good for us, or they're enjoyable, they're freeing, right? And they're freeing in the sense that they make you escape from your reality, because if you live in the West or you live in an average life, your reality isn't all that amazing. Most people are not in great shape. Most people are not in happy relationships. Most people are not in a financially truly abundant financial situation. And so we escape that reality with these cheap distractions that give us a hit of dopamine and make us feel better. But in actuality, it is fleeting, right? It is a temporary thing. The moment you stop with that thing, you're right back in your present reality, which you do not enjoy. And that's what I did for years, being addicted to weed, being addicted to playing video games. I was constantly escaping my reality, the things that I actually had to look in the face and change for me to be happy. And instead of working on these things, I would just play more video games, abuse more drugs, and distract myself from the point that, from the problems that were right in front of me. The more I've given up in my life, the more focused, more happy, every single metric in my life has gone up since I've dropped most things in my life. I eat clean pretty much all of the time. I just make sure that my body's in great shape. I make sure that my mind is in great shape. I make sure that my relationships are in great shape, and I keep my circle extremely tight. I've given up trying to, look good for certain people, try to keep certain people in my life because they used to be in my life. Like, if someone adds value to my life, then I will have them in my life. If someone doesn't add value to my life, I will not have them in my life. And I encourage any other person to do the same with me, right? If I don't add enough value to you, unsubscribe and do whatever you want, right? It's a totally free decision. And I think a lot of people, they'll not make these difficult decisions. There are so many people that I know that constantly live their life like they don't hate it enough to make the change. And it's completely fear-driven, right? I don't hate my job enough to leave, but I also don't like my job enough to where my life is completely fulfilled and satisfied and I love it and every single day is a blessing. In the same way, so many people are in relationships where, they're settling, right? They're getting by. We love each other, and it's just complete nonsense for a large part, because you can have love for each other, but how much are you seeing that in actual relationships? Most people are just settling. They want something that is easy. They don't want to do the difficult things. They don't want to suffer to create something that is extraordinary. And the moment you can reset your fears around this, and you can say, okay, I don't know what's next, but it's going to be better. And you just say, hey, I know there's something better for me. And whatever happens, you say, okay, I know that there is something good just around the corner. And you build your belief system in this way, you become way more effective at creating your reality in this way. Because then no matter what happens, no matter how bad the situation temporarily is, because it is always temporary, which is what normies do not understand, you are going to find something better. And even the very fact that you took the leap is going to create more discomfort, which is what we spoke about, right? You go to the gym, you build muscle, you enter a relationship, or you exit a relationship, you get more discomfort. You have to grow, you have to become a better person, you have to become a more suitable partner for someone else. That means putting in a lot of work, which is the entire point. And so if you can build a life that is built around suffering, you suffer as much as possible with the understanding that our brains are built for safety, they're not built for success, and you can rebuild your life in a certain way where you can suffer 24/7, you can put in work 24/7, and you become that aligned, you'll make way greater leaps and bounds. And that's what I've experienced over the past 3 years. So I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions around this, leave a comment, shoot me a message on Instagram, whatever. I hope this video is helpful.